Yo, what is good, everyone? How y'all doing out there? Happy hump day to you. Missed you guys the last couple of days. Had ourselves a nice 5-day weekend over here, thanks to the holiday and the kid being out of school. Tried to stay busy behind the scenes, though. What have you guys been working on? Today, we are going to work on some free sounds for the Ghosthack community. There are a series of giveaways around this time of year. Kind of all starts with the Halloween holiday, and then it just gets better and better. So we're going to make those today. We're going to finish those up. I do have a few made. We'll listen through what we made in the last stream and take it from there. I think that's all I really got for you. If you are currently subscribed to the Twitch stream, you do get free sound packs each month. So please do hit the Discord, where you can find the subscriber rewards channel. Just make sure that your Twitch account and your Discord profile are connected in Discord, and you will be granted access to subscriber rewards. If for any reason you can't get in there and you're a subscriber, I'll see that and I will help you out. Just shoot me a DM. What else? What else? I think that's it. We'll try and get some new sounds up in that channel. I'll look and see when I posted this last pack, but it'll be at the end of this week or the beginning of next week, I think. Okay, so before we dive into making new sounds, shall we just check out what we made in the last one? That would be these. I haven't given this one a name yet, but we got a big old hit of some kind there. We can mix that with some stuff for a jump scare, or we can keep it as it is. We got a couple of pulses. Kind of goes like this for a while. Nice and filtered. It changes up over time, so it feels like it's constantly evolving. Got this little heartbeat kind of effect. It's kind of dark ambient textures going on in the background. Yo, Velvet Goat Cheese! Welcome in, homie. How you doing? All right, then another one. Really moody, subtle bed behind it. Another one here. I think this one actually came from... We started with the sound from Free Sound on that one. And then we just kind of kept mutating it. We got this one. Yeah, danger. All right, so we are going to go ahead and start building the rest of these sounds out. Velvet, I'm doing all right. It's hump day here. It is gorgeous outside here in Portland. Like, there's no clouds. It's just sunny, and it was really cold this morning, but it's finally starting to warm up a little bit, so it's probably like, I don't know, 50s or something. And it's just like lots and lots of fall leaves. It's quite lovely. All right, so we're gonna make it like really tense and unsettling up in here, huh? Shall we? I'm going to go ahead and fire up. Let's see. What do I want the most today? I think maybe we'll start with some Contact, and then we'll maybe move into some Reactor and a couple of synths. I think maybe we'll start off easy with a couple of drones. Let me get my volume back up here and turn off this track. Okie dokie. And I'm probably going to set up a capture track too, just proactively here. I'm going to go ahead and put that here. And I'm just going to set my output as a bus, and then I'll use that bus as the input on my capture track, and we're done. Okay, so I think we started by creating some Plux and Ashlight last time, so I think that's what we're going to open up first this time. And we'll have a little play around in here. This is a tool that allows me to manipulate a sample in a somewhat traditional style and then mutate another sample alongside it using some granular tools. So we end up getting some pretty kind of atmospheric and in this set specifically, kind of dark textured kind of results. So, without further ado, let's start playing. It's a really nice sound, actually. All of a sudden, we just devolve into an ambient stream. All right, so we're going to make that not so pretty. We need a little more beef in this sound, don't we? Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to add just a little extra oomph for you guys so you can hear what I'm doing just a little bit better. This is a nice sound. I kind of want to distort this a little bit. And I might even just do that like outright, just in the recording. Let's bring up trash. No, let's bring up thermal instead. And we're going to add a little hysteresis to this. Yeah, I like that. I'm actually I'm gonna do the processing afterwards, so we get a little bit cleaner recording. And I'm just gonna capture, let's say, a minute or so of this. I think I want a little bit more from that little pluck. Yeah, good thing we set up that capture track. So we're going to play this one live, and we're just going to modulate a few things as we're playing through it, and we're going to get about a minute or so from this thing. I might give this actually just... Let's take this a full 32 bars, and we'll go almost 2 minutes with this. Give us a chance to get moody. Okay, I think this is our sweet spot here. It's a pretty quiet sound. My apologies for that. We will get it a bit more audible in just a moment. Looks like there's a couple little CPU spikes there. It's stacking up in one thread inside of Logic here. We'll see if that translates as a pop in the audio. I'm just kind of modulating the distortion and the depth and rate of a couple of different modulators, just to get a little bit of variety in here. Okay. So now we can solo this track here, and we can beef this up a bit. Let's go ahead and give this like a good, say, 6, 7, 8 dB, something like that, and listen back to it. Okay, I'm also going to bring over that thermal, which is some saturation, some distortion. And this has some detune in it, so you can hear some warble. And then I'm just going to stack a bit more saturation on that, I think. We're going to beef this up a couple more dB as well. Yeah. I'm going to strip the silence out of this guy. All right, so about that extra saturation. Let's add just a little AM shaper, and we'll just bring that in subtly here. All right, let's see what that does with the distortion that we recorded inside this thing. That's pretty gnarly. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we've got one drone done. Again, these are all horror sounds in nature, so they're supposed to be pretty unsettling. I'm just going to move that recording down to its own track here, and I'm going to save this project before I go any further. We don't encounter any weirdness. Okay. So back to our instrument here. Let's see what we do next. This tool does make it really nice to have, I guess, these pre-mapped modulation schemes, if you will, by way of loading up these presets and seeing exactly how something was being moved or manipulated in some way, and then putting in your own sounds in there and changing that up a bit to really kind of fit the situation or the mood more precisely. But it can save, I mean, depending upon the patch and what you're working on, it could easily save you like half an hour of clicking around sometimes, if you can find something that's moving in the way that you really want to have your sounds move. Because when you take the sounds out of this thing, it's really just like a modulation template almost, and a processing template. Yeah. I think I liked those little glass collisions. It's going to take down some of the reverb here. Okay, and I kind of like this E that we're hovering on right here. It's going to take down the resonance just a bit out of this recording, I think. Kim Fan, welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. Velvet Gochi says, and now I'm looking up psychoacoustics and terrifying sounds. I like this. I sound like this will be really good in most horror soundscapes alongside some infrasound, like some really nice deep sub rumbles. I do kind of like this tone. Not really down with the constant arpeggiation in this upward ramp, but maybe something. Ooh, that's a nice subtle little effect there, isn't it? I kind of like the kind of split octave thing, but there isn't a good way to control the loudness independently of each key being triggered in this tool, unfortunately. So we might have to record these as separate stems and then blend them. It might also just be better as a piercing drone if we bring the pulse down just a little bit more. Yeah, those first few notes kind of lead you to believe or like anticipate that the plucking will actually be the thing we're tuning into, but it's actually just the thing to kind of draw you in. That works. Maybe somewhere up in here. This feels good. I mean, as good as unsettling can feel. Okay, let's record this. Oh, these tiny little plucks in there are great. We're just going to get a handful of more seconds of this thing, so we have plenty to work with. Okay, that is our recording. I am going to go ahead and move that down to its own track and mute it. Yeah, I like the little plucky details in that one. That's a good one. Thanks for bearing with the low velocity sounds here, everyone. All right. Yeah, that waterphone wood stick is great. And what if we actually don't make it through the entirety of the screech? What if we kind of bounce back off of it here? Yo, what up, Zeep? How you doing, homie? Short-lived. Oof. Whoa. Whoa. What? What have we just stumbled into here? Oh. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. This feels about right, doesn't it? I'm going to go ahead and record. Because if this doesn't clue you in to something being amiss, then you probably don't belong in a horror movie, or you're not going to last very long anyway. Oh, what have we made? Okay, let's go ahead and record this. We'll see if this one makes the cut. I feel like this is uh, worthy of being in some sort of like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a very uncomfortable kind of A24 kind of sound. All right, here we go. Let's make sure we are recording. Yes, we are. All right, we'll call it good there. That's a really interesting one. I kind of feel like this might actually have. Oops, I'm gonna do it from this one. This one might actually have leg. I'm gonna copy this. This one might have legs as just something just really stretched too. Let's set this one into a speed stretch algorithm, and let's just take this thing out like, I don't know, let's say double, and just listen to a little bit of it. Yeah, that's great. That's already great. Let's just bring up the volume of that a bit so everyone can hear that. Some nice dark ambient stuff there. I mean, that would even be worth putting into, a tool like Grain Cloud and keeping that kind of running constant, having some other stuff trigger around it in somewhat random fashion. Lovely. All right, there's a lot of cool textures in there. Okay, on to the next. Looks like I've just copied this, haven't I? Instead of actually dragging it. Okay, so we've got a couple of a few drones that we've cooked up. Let's do another one here. I don't know that we're going to do all of these in Ashlight, but it is kind of fun to get a little bit of continuity cooking between different samples here. Let's just bring the stone scrape sample down a good octave or so. Okay, and then we're just going to put a high pass filter on this sample, and that's just so we can take the low end out of it. So we'll roll up just with a 2-pole here. Cool. Okay, so we've just kind of lost a lot of the low end, kind of heavy plosive stuff, so it won't interfere with this sample over here, which is where our low end should come from. It's kind of a claustrophobic feeling here, right? I'm just going to push this a little bit more into those textures. Yeah, like that. Yeah, this feels pretty spooky. We're going to go ahead and hit record on this, see what we capture. Let it run for a couple of minutes. kind of doing some really subtle modulation here. Give it the feeling of change constantly. Yo, Sven! How you doing, man? Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, spaced out there. All right, cool. Cheers, coffee. Tea this morning, actually. On my end, anyway. Little Earl Grey. All right, so what did I just do here? I just accidentally recorded a little extra. We're going to take one. We're going to get rid of this one. So we're going to say this one, this one. That's the one. Yeah, there's some darkness in that one, that's for sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But one of those is a stretched version of the one before it. So we'll go back in here. We'll do one more. And I'm just going to listen to a couple of these pulses really quick. Okay. Let's make something that has a fair bit of maybe kind of resonance to it. Sven, you working on anything fun over there this week? Oh, nice. Good to hear you're cooking in Ableton. This one feels kind of good. I'm going to do this. I'm going to record this one for just a couple minutes. You know, next we can make something a little more exciting, like maybe some jump scares. Okay, we called that one good. So we've got some drones. Excellent. And we've got some pulses. Next thing you know, we're going to be done with this pack. Okay, so I was saying maybe what we could do is, you want to do some jump scares? Those are always fun, right? Save this project. We'll kick Ashlight to the curb. Let's fire up some damage, shall we? How about some metals? Something big, a dumpster perhaps. And then we can mix that with get out of metals, and we'll get into our damage kits here, and maybe this disruption bits here. This over. I want to get some kind of braking thing in here as well. That means we need ooh, maybe some breaking glass in here. Maybe a little scream. Yeah, maybe a little scream. Let's look up some screams. See what we've got on deck here. No, not the movie. Come here. Just search and find her, please. Okay, we are going to look at just audio. I might need to get into my old audio design desk stuff and pull out some good screams. Ooh, there are baboon screams that are quite alarming, though. Yeah, like something like this, we can we can make people jump with something like this. We can put this into a sampler and get really wild with it. All right, now let's just see where are we here? We're in like third octave, so we're gonna come up here. And we're going to go into our mapping editor, and we're going to say that our root key... Oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty close. We might need to bring the volume up. I can't hear it. Oh, there it is. And let's get our wave editor over here. And we'll get this nice and tight. Whoa, my goodness, that's so loud. Sorry. Let's bring that way down. That's a jump scare, all right. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we can, let's put a little something on that. Let's turn off our mapping editor and our wave editor. And in here, we'll just put in a little reverb, some convolution. And let's load up. How about... Ooh. I wonder if any of these are too unusual. That's actually pretty good. This is the reflect impulse response. That's ridiculous. That down here, that baboon is so much better than using a human scream. Yo, Couch Tracks, how you doing, homie? Welcome in. Whoa. What? There's some ridiculous stuff lurking in here. Like, that's pretty gold right there. We're going to record this. Oh, Couch Track saying, "Hey, that's a cool contact library." Which one? The damage one? It is lots of fun. Couch Track's also saying, I love that you're doing this. My birthday is on Halloween, so I love all the spooky stuff in October. Yeah, it's good stuff. And happy early birthday, by the way. All right, that right there is our first jump scare. So we're going to record. And we're just going to make sure that we got that. Yep, we did. All right. You know what? Before we record another one, I'm just going to solo this track instead. I'm going to play a little music and run to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. This is like the exact opposite of what we've been working on. A little decompression for you guys. And when I come back, we'll make something loud. All right, I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, let's get back to the spooky stuff, shall we? We've got some jump scares cooking. So I'm going to create a little track down here, and we're going to put these guys down here. And full disclosure, we're going for, around 25 sounds, I think, in this free pack. So I'm just going to divvy it up kind of evenly between these different categories. We'll do some drones and pulses and hits and jump scares and what is the other one? Did I say risers or transitions? Maybe it was transitions. But something for everyone. Couch Tracks is saying, will you be submitting a track for Ghost House's contest? I'm not sure what it is. Is Ghosthack having a contest? Ghost House? I'm not sure. I am unaware. I am out of the loop, sir. Out of the loop. So I guess not. Although I could. We don't have a whole bunch of folks here today, do we? Oh, just a handful. I know there's been more. Kind of demand lately for looking at actual like releases and stuff. So if anyone here wants to look at some like specific releases or something, ask questions about how things are made, feel free to do so. We've been kind of reserving Wednesdays for sound design lately. We've been trying to do mixing on Mondays and feedback on Fridays, kind of adhering to a little schedule. Couch Track saying, oh, never mind, I read your title wrong. I thought you were making this for Ghost House. But anyway, he does a contest every Halloween. Oh, really? I didn't know. I should check that out. I bet that's a lot of fun. I bet people turn in some really good stuff. Absolutely. Okay, so if we take... here, let's mute this sound. If we roll down here and we just go back to our animal sounds here for just a second. That was a baboon scream. That's a baboon whale scream. It's like a scream whale. That might be kind of interesting because it's kind of all over the place. That second one especially. Oh no, it's the first one. This guy. This guy. That sound right there. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I think we're going to take that and we're going to work with this. Let's, first things first, let's grab our starting point. Let's get it really nice and tight here so it's very sudden. It's too long, I think. Oh gosh, that's ridiculous. This one right here. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Okay, we're going to mess with this just a little bit. Let's get into volume just a little. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous sound. Okay, let's turn off this and we're going to go into our insert effects and we're going to go into some stomps and let's go into just distortion and we're going to solo this baboon scream really quick. I'm just trying to distort this until it gets to kind of this extreme state. Okay, and now we're going to put that back in context. That's... Oh, Couch Track saying, "Oh, hey, you should. I won it 2 years ago." Nice, nice. That sounded like a hybrid baby and pig creature. I know, right? Baboons are freaking wild, man. Wild. Okay, we're going to take this as a jump scare, so I'm going to record this. Oops, try that again. It's better. Okay. I just zoom in. I got an extra little click at the end of this one that we do not need. But I do want the full tail that we did not get the first time around. All right, and then we'll drop that down to this track down here. Save our project. And let's do a couple more jump scares. Got Shrek saying, "I would not fight a baboon." Yeah, it's best not to fight a baboon. I think they're one of the poop flingers too. Like you don't want to upset a baboon for a few different reasons. They will mess you up in a number of ways, I think. Okay. Let's get out of these two damage kits. I'm just going to keep this rack just in case we want either of those baboons again. And I'm going to go back into damage. There is a good, like a broken piano kind of kit in here, I think. Let me see if we can find this. Yeah, here's broken pianos. I want to bring this in. Ooh, that's pretty good right there. That's pretty good. That's a mess, though. On the keyboard, I'm pressing so many keys right now. Okay, I'm going to go back to the animal screeches. Hey, Carolus, how you doing? Happy Wednesday to you. Carolus saying, "Hello, just to say hello. Hope you're having a great stream. Over and out." Couch Tracks is asking, "Are the scary contact instruments you're using free?" No, they are not. If you have the complete collection, then you probably have damage. I'm not sure where damage falls in the greater scheme of things. It's been out for many years now. I know I've been using it for a dozen years, probably. I know they have a second one out that Heaviosity released a few years ago. As far as I know, there's no free versions of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Native Instruments has maybe put this into their Play bundle or something like that, right? Which is like their free starter bundle. So you might check. The other things I'm using right now, the only other things I'm using right now is just Contact, and I'm just dropping my sounds into Contact and manipulating them. But Damage is a really cool piece of kit. It's nice. Couch Track saying, "I see Splice released an instrument trying to be like Contact. No way they'll reach Contact's level." They might. You know, Contact is great, but it's super clunky on the back end, and it requires so much of you in regards to putting together an interface that makes sense and all of the scripting and everything that goes into it. So if you want like a really well made thing with really robust AI, it's going to take a lot of work to do. But if you just want good sound and the ability to manipulate your stuff in a variety of ways, it's it is really tough to beat. It's just that you have to work in this environment back here, and a lot of people find that to be incredibly uninspiring. Um, I guess I'm used to it after all these years, but I'll tell you what, there are other tools, like Sound Paint and um, tools like this that are more modern, right? Even the sampler, the quick sampler inside of Logic has a lot of these kind of instant features where you can drag something in and it'll do some auto mapping for you and whatnot. Um, yeah, so I do think that it's kind of fallen behind in a number of ways. Like it's taken them a number of years to get to granular. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see over the next couple of years how it evolves. But um, one thing that's great about it is that there is a I was going to say a wealth. It's like this massive historical archive of other people's efforts in the contact world. Same with Reactor too, where you can run a quick search, free contact, and then whatever words you want after that, and guarantee you're going to find instruments for it. You know what I mean? Um, so that's pretty rad. That's pretty awesome. Couchtrack saying contact should take layout inspiration from Phase Plant's layout. Yeah, yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. There's so many different things that they could do, and they haven't done. It's a little disappointing, to be perfectly honest. I would love to see a semi-modular sampler from Native Instruments. They should have been able to put this thing out years ago, and you should be able to simply drag and drop the different modules and components of your sampler and the things that you've added to your sampled instrument. And just, very WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Just drag it around. Um, no massive scripting, just simple text input for modulation range, maybe just wheels, much like their synths. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great. But for whatever reason, they just haven't gone there. There's been a lot of really great innovation on the sampling front in the reactor world. There's been a lot of really, really, really cool things developed. Um, I just haven't seen that really moved over into uh, contact all that much. Although I will say that there are caveats to that. If you dig a little bit in the individual instruments, you start to see things that they are developing, like these drum kits, for instance, being able to load up these different pads, you being able to drop your own samples in there. Use the randomization features in there. So they are moving in a direction that's really cool. The only downside, in my opinion, is that, and then I'll get off my soapbox, is that you have to dig into the individual tools and then you're bound to the confines or the restrictions of that tool to engage with a lot of these features if you're just an average person tinkering around and wanting to twist knobs and play with sounds. Otherwise, they really expect you to be a borderline developer um, to really make awesome, awesome instruments in this thing, which is unfortunate. And the other thing that's unfortunate about it is the resources. Like, there is not a wealth of resources in the modern age for all of this directly from Native Instruments. There used to be back in the day. But by and large, they have very much become a tool for um, the um, I guess they've kind of bifurcated their model. A lot of their kind of contact or complete play uh, product line stuff is very focused on beat makers and kind of drag and drop solutions and working with presets. And then the other side is giving these really robust tools to developers to make, or companies that have developers in them to really make robust tools. It's interesting. It's interesting. They're kind of straddling things. Catchtrack saying, NI is always a little slow to make changes. Tractor has finally been updated in a good way. Ooh, you know what Contact needs? Sandbox style like Max for Live is. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I would love to see a semi-modular mindset in contact. And I think it's just a view. I think they could probably just build all of this into a new kind of template, if you will. The same way that you can work in different modes in Logic, right? You can and Ableton, right? You've got these buttons you can push to get to pads versus uh, just stems in an arrangement window, right? So I think there's ways in which they could do it. They just haven't. So, and I do like what you're saying about, the sandbox style, because that is exactly what Reactor is, but they need to update it to be, again, just a bit more user friendly in the way that not everyone is going to have scripting languages learned ever. So, yeah. It'd be seriously, seriously dope if they just took a leap and did it. I mean, they could even start it as a Reactor tool. That would be great. That would be great. Welcome to your new favorite sampler. It runs inside of Reactor, and it's called Contact Max or something like that. Sample Max. All right, let's make another jump scare. We were here. Ghosthack saying, if they implement AI prompt with sandbox programming, that would be excellent. It would be so much easier to learn. It would be. One of the problems with the LLMs that I've tested with contact scripting is that it just, they're not actually reading and understanding the manual. They're not actually understanding the language. So it's different when it comes to HTML or CSS or something that is like way beyond mainstream. Like they are the basics, the fundamentals, right? But contact scripting language is not. So it feels a little obscure. They need to develop something themselves in-house and just make it work. That's what they really need. And when they do that, it's going to be ridiculous. There's going to be I hope they do this with enough time, because I've always liked what NI does ultimately when they do put stuff out in earnest. I think that it would absolutely be like kind of a renaissance moment for them, because they have this profoundly large user base out there, and all of their users are creative. They're absolutely creative, right? But they don't really have a two-way communication going with the community at large. So this would be a really neat way to do that, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I am looking forward to the future of app and VST creation as well. I really, really am. I think there's a lot of stuff to be freaked out by in regards to AI and how it's touching content in general right now, and who that belongs to, and who's going to be able to survive and make money in the future and all that kind of stuff. But on the other side of that, the ability to make the tools to make the sounds and the outcomes that we've always wanted. I'm very excited for that. Absolutely. Okay, so now we've got these broken pianos. And if we were to just turn on maybe both screams. Okay, so I can't leave it too sustained, but that was very frightening. Oh my gosh, that's so loud. Oh my gosh, that's very, very loud. It's stacking all those voices on top of each other. Anybody spit out their coffee? Those little squeals at the end. Okay, we're going to end this one here, and we will end this one right here. So we will not have that now. Ooh. Okay, this is a lot, but we've got that like low rumbling piano, broken bits in the background. Let's see if we can make all of those come together. that was big. These are just bricks. These waveforms are just bricks. Look at them. Look at them. Okay, so this one gets down into our keep file down here. Let's just listen to these three and see if they're different enough. Oof. Okay, so we've got three pretty unique screams, even though we've only really used these two baboon sounds so far. Couchback saying, make it sound like the creature's running towards you after the screech, like it just noticed you and is coming after you, is coming for you now. Oh, that's a good idea. This little kind of scurry, like that's really good. Okay, let's do that. Let's let me think. What's the word? What's the word that I'm actually searching here? Scramble, maybe, or scurry, I guess. Let me just see what I've got already. Oh, see anything here? But that doesn't mean that we don't have it. What I could do, think here, do this. Oh, you know, Chase. Let me look up Chase really quick, Couch. Yeah, there's a lot of my stuff, these rhythmic elements like being chased and car chase, and there's chase pulses and chase scenes. But yeah, like just the sound of something hurrying towards you. I think I would want to make this inside of Audio Design Desk because I could do it in just a couple of minutes there. And just make it myself. But I like that idea. Trouble with triples. Yeah, not seeing any actual recorded sounds. These are all music, sound design. What is this? Feral. Oh, no, that's music as well. Ooh. Okay, so without getting too much distracted here, let's find another screech of some kind. Ooh, a bat call. And then we'll see if we can do the scurry effect after one of these. Canaries, cats. Ooh, what about a cat? A cat scream. That's a little long. That cat's about to kill you. This cat will eat your face. Cat is like, get that away from me, whatever it is. Oh gosh. Child scream. Nah. Chimpanzee scream. Nah. This one? I mean, maybe. I think of Tarzan every single time I hear a chimp scream, honestly. These are all just creature sounds. Okay, so female screams. It's a little long, and it feels a little cloudy, but at the same time, that might be kind of beneficial on the distortion side of things. Here, let me just play with this one for just a little bit. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me put this back here. Get contact open. And we'll mute these guys. And we'll bring this scream into contact. And we'll open that up and do some things. So we've got, oh, it's already nice and tight. Wow. It's kind of odd that it grows like that. So maybe we'll just start it here. No, it's unfortunate. It's not doable. We're not going to keep this one. Its transient is what allows us to know that it's actually a scream, but it's just too small. So let's go here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's do this female scream. And check our start point here. Get a little tighter. Oh, and we will also, let's just get this distorted as well. All right, and let's get our other things back in here, our piano and maybe one of these baboons. Yeah, okay, we could do that. And now we're going to put a zone envelope on this. And we're going to use the zone envelope with volume. And we're just going to take and create a fade here. And this could be really quick, but it's to counteract this drop off that we have. Just like that. That's the one. Okay, so we're going to back out of this. That's a ridiculous sound. We can record. That's a ridiculous sound. Yo, what up, Drummer Boy? Drummer Boy here saying the cat version of Owen Wilson. They said, oh, wow, that'd rip your face apart. Oh, hilarious. Okay, so these are the jump scares so far. Meh. We might modulate that last one or something. I think we need some new sounds. There's a male scream here. I might need to go and just grab some raw recordings, because I'm not going to do scream recordings here. Cat meow. That'll do. Balloon screech. Ooh, badger grunt scream. Badger. Badger. Baby bear scream. Two screams from baboons. Oh gosh, yes, we're gonna use this one. That's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, we're gonna turn off all of those other ones. This is amazing. That's incredible. Okay, so come on, show me the back end. There we go. Wave editor, and we'll just turn off here. And oh wait, why am I not getting? Oh, because I'm up here. Oh gosh. All right, let's get the. That's so awful. Let's get the starting point a little tighter, because that sounds like there's just a bunch of latency there. Oh gosh, it's so long. It's like getting strangled or something. It's so long. Oh gosh, that's just so wow. Okay, so what if we don't let it go that long and we stop it like maybe here and we use the zone envelope, we do a volume curve, we do it from here to here. Oops. Hold on a second. Wave editor. And we do it. What's going on here? Why is my mouse doing these things? Okay, so we're going to go from here to here, give or take, and we'll bring this down, something like that. And then, yeah, something like that. And then we will back up here, and we will put in one of these. Oh my gosh. Okay, now let's get something big and nasty from damage in here that will just make us just jump. Let's say exploding cars. Perfect. Okay, let's get exploding cars in here, because nobody can sit still when a car explodes in their face. Jeez. Oh gosh. Just, I mean... Oh, drummer boy saying, hey, if you'd like, I've got some processed bone crunchy noises I did a couple years ago. Cauliflower and carrots. Dropped you some goodies on Discord if you like to use them. Oh, nice. Excellent. I don't know, drummer boy, if you were around in the community at the time when we were building the big food horror construction kit for the Audio Design Desk library. But we then turned that into, I flipped that into something called Zombie Lunchbox, We can dig into it here in just a bit. It's some really fun, crunchy stuff, man. Maybe we can do a little sample swapping. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit record here and see what this key does for us. That was brilliant. Okay, I'm just going to turn all that stuff off. These are the 5 jump scares that we just made. So give them a quick listen. All right, here we go. This is what they sound like. So yeah, once upon a time, we put out something called the Food Horror Construction Kit, which was one of the packs released inside of the Audio Design Desk library. Where am I going here? I'm going to Finder, and we'll go to my external here, go into ADD, Project Archives. Oh, wait, no, Logic Archives, totally separate, and Zombies. We'll go into Zombies. Oh, this is Horde sounds. Oh, these are some devouring sounds. Here you go. Oh, where is Zombie Lunchbox? Why are these... creatures? Nope, those are just the creatures. Where is this stuff? We'll find them in a moment. Let's see what you put in here. Community upload? Oh, it's in a DM. I'm looking in the wrong place. Let me take this off screen here. Bone crunch. Yeah. Oh, yes. Lovely. These are great. These are fantastic. Yeah. Okay, let's see what I can find. Oh, those are all the music packs. Huh. You know what? Let's just fire up ADD really quick, and then let's do this one. Yeah, if you haven't seen much of what I've done in here, there's another, like, I forget. Last time someone asked me, and we looked it up recently. It's oh, you know what? I don't know why I'm going through all that trouble, because I can just do it right here. I can just look everything up right here. So this is a companion marketplace that we built with the Audio Design Desk library. And if we just pull up me in here, there's it's a lot. It's 51 sound packs and 6,335 tracks. But if you just go in here and we look up Zombie Lunchbox. Oh, yeah. At one point, this was some holiday, like Halloween, pre-Halloween streaming a few years back when I made this one. It was an unsettling couple of streams. Oh, these are great. Anyway, if you're ever like interested in perusing stuff that I've done, there's lots and lots and lots to take in here. Here, I'll go back to me, and then you guys can browse if you like. This is just a bunch of stuff. Okay, so what are we doing next? We just did drones. We've got pulses. We've got jump scares. I don't really feel like packaging them all yet. So maybe we'll just move on to the next thing. Or maybe we'll make something. Maybe I just need to make something. You guys just want to make something? Shall we just make like some fun music or something? Let's do that. I'm going to save that. And let's do just a fresh project. Let's say we're now doing dark ambient or something. Shall we? Cool. So now let's go to space. You know what we could do? I get this request from you guys all the time. Make some stuff with the things that you sell to us. Make some stuff with the stuff that's been released recently. So let's do that. Let's take a look at the most recent releases have been for the Ghosthack label. Drummer boy saying, "In space, no one can hear you scream." That's not going to stop you from trying, though. Right? Oh man. Okay, so let's make something. Let's make something haunted. Here's some stuff from last year's freebie. That's heavy. Okay, I think I'm going to start with this one, just this drone key A here. And, oh, it has tempo information, sure. Show me what it is, 110, huh? Okay. We'll work in 110 then. And let's see here. What do we have? We got some drone, some hits. Got some jump scares. Excuse me. Oh, the jump scares we made today are much more scary. Pulses. I heard Paul using this one on stream the other day. That one's pretty good. Yeah, these are all pretty good. Maybe we'll take this guy. It's nice and percussive, and it's in the BPM that we are currently set up for. So let's go ahead and set these guys next to each other in the arrangement window and see if it feels right. I mean, yeah, there's some stuff happening. Cool. So we'll bring this down a little bit and this one down just a little bit. There we go. And let's see what else we gave away last year. Vocalization. We've got some creatures breathing and stuff. Boo. Okay, so let's take maybe a stinger. Maybe we'll find a good stinger to intro this thing. That one's pretty cool. Let's go over here. I'm not sure if we can really fit that, but we'll bring this over to bar 3 and let's drag arena in. It's a fun little stinger here, and we'll align it to about there. I mean, that was kind of cool. So let's say that we do like that, but I want another transition layered in there just to kind of intro this thing, just because we can. So let's go and do that. So these are all, I'm just pulling sounds from recent Ghosthack releases. So these are basically, I'll stick to just the cinematic essentials maybe after those Halloween sounds there. Ooh, that one's really interesting. If we put it in front of that stinger, it would give us kind of like this double transition kind of feel. As an opener, that would be really interesting. Okay, so there needs to be some glue in between these. It could be a suck back. It could be something that leads to a hit. Let's do a suck back. Not enough. Too quick. I want one that's a little longer. I'm going to go into volume 1. Okay, maybe, let's see, what are we at here? This is 4 seconds. It needs to be quite a bit quicker than that. You know, I don't really want a suckback. I think that's why I can't find one that I actually want. I think I do want to layer one more transition in here. And something like that, maybe. Yeah, maybe a reverse boom. Ooh. Okay, now I don't think I want a horn in there, but maybe just like a little stuttering. Might feel kind of good. Maybe if it was right before this boom here. Let's just put this right on the numbers. This. Yeah, something like that. Now, if we can just... Well, we can do this one of two ways. I'm going to try a filter first. Put a little volume curve in there to clean that up in a minute. Okay, I want to hit here, so, and maybe a rise to it, or at least a transition to it. So I'm going to go into It's Volume 1, and let's grab something. Now that one's kind of cool. Apocalypse it is. So we're going to put this on some bars here. We've got 1, 2, 1, 2, wait. 1. Cool. We'll dupe this out as well. Let's make this a little thing. Okay. Now let's get a little rhythmic action in here. Might be kind of fun to play with that one. I mean, it's a bit much, but let's see. Let's just see. All right, so we should probably get this thing synced to the downbeat here. Boom. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be double. So we'll take this and we'll say stretch. Nope, not even close. All right, let's get back in here. done this channel so many times. You can actually just knock out songs by dragging in the different samples from the different packs. I mean, I kind of know them all since I made them, but it is actually feasible. This one might be good. Let's bring this way down. No, we've got an awkward delay in that hit is what it is. You know what this needs? This needs like some guitar. This needs like some, or some feedback. Ooh. Give this thing some feedback. Alright, this thing needs to come down 2 or 3 steps. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's see. Let's go with contact. We'll do 8 this time. Oh, you know what we could do before we dip into other sounds is we could get something else out of these Ghosthack packs here really quick. We can go into some atmosphere. What are we in here? This is A. Okay, I kind of like this. I don't like that we have competing low-end elements, but what we can do is just roll out the low end here. And then this will feel kind of nice. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing in rhythm here. Okay. It's got an interesting thing happening. Okay, so this pulse here, we can put an auto filter on this and just kind of start meandering a little bit. Why is this not producing any change for me? What is going on? Domovoy, welcome in. That's a little predictable. I might use movement on it instead. Let's just see. Let's just see what that feels like instead. Domovoy saying, I'm trying to learn VCV rack. This is cool too. Yeah, we don't do much in the way of that here. We do dabble in reactor blocks here quite regularly to satiate my modular needs. I don't do VCV rack here historically, not over the past several years, because I'm not capable of stopping myself. Okay, let's see if we can find something interesting. Let's do something slow and evolving. No, I don't think I really need to bump around in here anymore. I think the auto filter is going to work just fine. We just need to settle on a rate and depth that works for us. Dumbovoy, we were just making a whole bunch of sounds for an upcoming giveaway for the Ghosthack community for the Halloween season, which we do every year. And now we're just playing for a little bit before we peace out. I was challenging myself to make something out of just the elements that have been released in recent sound packs, just to make something really quick. And that's where we are currently. Now, contrary to popular belief, like if we were going to produce this for listening pleasure, then we can continue building on this with several more voices still. But in the world of sync and sound design, we really do want to keep it incredibly minimal, which means restricting the number of voices and the stereoscope and all sorts of different things. So I think what we might do here is put in a few swells. And then we'll see what we're thinking. It might be the end. If not, there might be a little ARP that goes over the top of this. It could go in either direction. I'm not sure that I want swells and ARP, so I'm going to put the swells in there first, and we'll see. We'll see. Dumb Voice saying, I have FL Studio in Ableton. Is it worth it to dual boot macOS for Logic? You don't need multiple DAWs unless you're just really interested and kind of passionate about tinkering and like playing with all the different toys. Logic is incredibly good for mixing specifically. There's a lot of really good, deep, integrated workflows and shortcuts that kind of fast track a whole bunch of things. It comes from a more traditional studio perspective than, say, Ableton. If you're really into mixing, if you're really into sound design, then there's some tools in here that you can't get elsewhere, which make it pretty unbeatable. And I really like the quality that you get from the mixing in the environment. You know, these are not snapped. Why is that? It's weird. Hey, poke your eyes out. How you doing, homie? Happy hump day to you. Dumbo Voice says, click because I recognized Ohm from seeing some sample packs on YouTube. Great to see you guys stream. Oh, yeah. Well, hey. Good to see you here. You are swell. Excellent. I was just speaking of swells. I was saying I'm going to put some swells into this, and then you walked in the door feeling swell. Let's go over to here. Let's go into here and my Logic archives and go back a few years. We'll go into these swells. Let's do volume 2 here. And we're looking at A's. That's not very exciting, but it fits incredibly well. I'm going to just drop that in there. Push in another one here. Wow, that's a very low velocity swell. Maybe. There's a little high frequency element that swells in the mix already. But that might work as well. Where did that window just go? What just happened there? What? That was weird. Okay, let me go back and find those again. My Finder window just completely disappeared. Okay, so we were in swells, and I was in volume 2 and in the compiled. And we're just checking some of these A minor swells that I've bounced over here. Is 23 the one I just did? 24. Take this one. Might take 24 as well. Or 23. Nate! How you doing, homie? Good to see you. How was your stream? Happy hump day to you. We are getting close to wrapping up here too. I was making a bunch of new Halloween sounds for the annual Ghosthack Halloween giveaway. And now I am just playing. We decided just to make something on the way out. The challenge was, hey, what can you make with just the sounds that have been released recently in sound packs that you've delivered? So that's what we're doing. What'd you guys get up to? Dude, I miss you. I love you. I hope you're doing well over there. You have way too much going on. Brother, I am sending you, like, decompression from afar. I'm sending you ambient waves and hugs, homie. I hope they land. Ooh. Ooh. I think my new interface may have just been delivered. Which means you guys might see me on the new computer finally on the next stream on Friday. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? I've had the thing for like a few months now. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh, I was looking up swells, and we were just about to place some of these swells. So let's go ahead and do that with a couple of these. And I'm just going to do this kind of arbitrarily at first, and just to kind of see what kind of feelings we start to stir up. And I'm going to put these on the left and these to the right. I know it's very scientific, right? And we're just going to hit play and see what comes of it. It's like a dojo entry there. Yeah, I think, you know what, I probably will carve this into something, and the next time I see you, it will probably already be released and selling, because I think that there's a workable kind of moodiness here. I just need to figure out, like, exactly what it is. There's obviously a bed here, and we could drag this out to be a couple of minutes just to be a supportive bed and have it fade. Or we could cook this into more of like a podcast intro, or I need to do some thinking here on this one in regards to how to actually make it work. Hey, poke your eyes out. Congratulations. Holding a brand new baby, and he likes her sounds. Nice. That's lovely. That's wonderful. I feel like if you've got a brand new baby, I should be playing something a little bit more friendly. Not these horror sounds. Here, let's see if we can find something a little bit nicer. Where am I? Oh, here we are. Here's some stuff. Here, I'll go over here. Got a little shortcut. Music here. We'll play something a little more ambient. I get him in the spooky spirit. Deep and rumbly, just like underwater, huh? That's really what you want. Okay. You know, I thought they had like a light dark button on this thing now. I thought we could look at all of this stuff in dark mode, but not. He was born on the 13th. Hey! Congratulations. Congratulations. Everybody healthy and happy and getting rest over there? That's fantastic. That's fantastic news. All the way around. All the way around. Truly. Truly. You know, we're at about that point in the stream where I go over here and I kick the box and I see who is streaming on Twitch so we can see who we can go raid. This is a very sharp departure from what we were just doing. These gentle little songbirds, and it's pretty funny. Go see E-Town? We could do that. Oh, Blazin is streaming, but he hasn't started the stream yet, so we probably shouldn't go there. But that's good to know that they're streaming around this time. I think we're going to go see E-Town. We'll surprise him. He's scrolling on his phone. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you back here in 2 days' time for Feedback Friday, and we will rock this place. Be sure to show up early. Drop your links in Discord early. So you can be heard. First come, first serve. I look forward to hearing you. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you on the flip. Peace out, y'all.